Hi everyone, for our 5th grade Elevate groups, lesson 44 is on multiplying fractions. This is yet another example of a skill that students probably have demonstrated success in the past. So I don't anticipate that we will spend too much time on the nuances of this skill. Students will know that they have to multiply the numerators together straight across and then multiply the denominators together to get their answer. However, just like yesterday, we want to pay special attention to simplifying those fractions. So when you go over this first example, right, students will say, okay, well, 1 times 2 is 2 and 3 times 3 is 9. You'll ask them, okay, is this fraction simplified? They will say yes, because there's no number that can be used to divide both 2 and 9 except for 1, right? However, when we come to this example here, when we multiply our numerators together, 1 times 3 gives us 3, and then we multiply our denominators together, 3 times 4 gives us 12, and you ask them, is this fraction or is this answer product simplified? Students will say no. Okay, then you'll ask them, what greatest common factor can we use to divide both the numerator and the denominator? So students will say, okay, well, I know that 3 and 12 can be divided by 3. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We are going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3. We know that when we divide both the numerator and the denominator by the same digit, the value does not change, but we are creating an equivalent fraction. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and then 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this fraction is indeed simplified. Okay, if students are struggling to understand how you got to the answer, you might want to do some extra practice on showing them how to simplify with questions 1 and questions 2 before launching them into their guided practice, partner practice, and their exit ticket. So just like yesterday, in their exit ticket, they have 2 questions that require them to simplify. So they'll get 2 points for those 2 questions, right? 1, did they multiply correctly? And then did they simplify correctly? But then for questions 13 and 14, because it doesn't ask them to simplify, they'll just get 1 point for each of those, totaling 6 points. So here is our scale.